Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Subnautica! I am Kamchak Fisco. Come join me for an ocean adventure. Well, we are back. We made it back from hostile Reaper territory. It's night outside, so we're going to wait just a wee bit before we go out. However, I do have some logs to read, and I finally made the still suit. I switched over to the rebreather because the radiation honestly should be gone by now. It has been like... I think I've played the game like I want to say 10 hours farming like an idiot just to collect everything, using only a frickin' sea moth and a sea glide, which I might add is insane. 1 second before I continue on that.
Still suit equipped and capturing body moisture.
Honestly, I was expecting a lot more fanfare than that, but okay. So we've got the aerogel, which is part of the components we needed to collect the, to make the mech suit, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, I did skirt the edge of the jagged territory. I'm not sure where it is. It's actually south of us, just behind the Aurora. And I did not go very far, because I couldn't go very deep anyway. But I did manage to collect a ridiculous number of aluminum oxides, which were there, and mercury ore, which for some reason doesn't have an icon. It must not have a new icon, so it's like glitched. And we've obviously stockpiled an insane amount of shrooms. We've got 3 things of quartz. I picked up... I don't have a whole lot of uranite crystals, because the ones I picked up, mostly I turned into uranium. We've got a full thing of fiber mesh. I farmed the crap out of the kelp forest zone. Same with the silicone rubber. Table coral's full. Lubricant's full. That took a while. Enameled glass. We actually have a bunch of... we have, what, 10 glass made, and we have a crap ton of enamel. I'm pretty sure I'll never need that much enamel, but I don't think there's another reason for the stalker teeth, so I didn't want to throw them away. This was the important one. I have 7 copper wire, 7 wiring kits, 8 advanced wiring kits, and 8 computer chips? Or is it 9 computer chips? 8 computer chips and 8 advanced wiring kits. So I got a bunch of the high-end stuff ready to go. Back over here, we've got our water supply, which is disinfected, totally full, and we still have several on us. Food, these are all the nutrient blocks that we found thus far. They're not that many. Here's all the ingots. I've been collecting the crap out of titanium. These are all ingots, and these are the ones I've converted to plasteel because I know I need them for the mech suit and for the Cyclops. So those are going to be ingredients we're going to have to take with us because we're going to need to build it immediately outside. I've got 3 freaking things of titanium because you use it a lot. I ended up having the medkit up there and the medkit device that's around the corner, so basically I filled up the medkits. This is equipment that I can swap into or out of. We've got the stasis rifle, the propulsion cannon. The survival knives now have infinite durability. Thank God. That was so annoying. So I have a spare one solely to turn into the heat blade, because I'm going to turn this one into the diamond blade, even though there's no durability, so I don't know if that's going to increase the damage or not, or if the diamond blade's even still in the game anymore. Obviously, we have our flashlight, our air bladder to go up, the fire extinguishers, a bunch of flares, which I've finally been using. I've been marking locations, so if I, like, speed through an area and I see red glowing light, I know I marked it for a reason, which is really, really handy. Miscellaneous is crap that we have for, like, the artifacts, the gas pods, which I found out are used for torpedoes. So we can actually make an offensive torpedo. It's not super powerful, but it's basically their gas pod effect on command, which can at least drive a critter away. I have... Why is my uranite crystal in there? It's supposed to be the others. And I have 2 spare gold. The reason why I have 2 spare gold is the batteries are full. I kind of went a little overboard. Same with the power cells. We have 2 full things of copper, 2 full things of gold, 2 full things of silver, a salt and a bleach, because I know they're used for different things. 2 full things of lead, a full thing of uranium. That took a while. Magnetite. I got a bunch of that because it's the same mountainside as the uranium, actually, over by the alternate base on the mountain island thing. We got a full thing of lithium. Oh, actually, 2 full things of lithium. I reinforced the crap out of the base, but I'll show that in a second. I kept farming diamonds until I got a full thing of it. Sadly, we only have the handful of ion crystals because we haven't found many of the... We haven't discovered many of the alien bases yet. This is the old crap. It's got the radiation suit, the helmet, and of course all the signals, so... That's all my old stuff. We've got 2 battery chargers. When I can get them, I'm going to have 4 power cell chargers, so we can actually be charging 8 and 8, just in case, because we have a lot, and we end up going through a lot, or we probably will. Space Kitty! I'm sorry, I had to. We've got our food growing like here like usual. We got the vending machine. I found a coffee machine while I was searching the wrecks. I had to go back through the wrecks again, and all of the pods. Obviously, we've got our little prawn suit things up here. Because there's a lot of new recipes that you have to get off the little devices that are in the ground, which now you can pick them up in survival mode, or in experimental mode, so that's really, really handy. Obviously, I have an insane amount of solar collectors, so we have 1,000 power, which is probably more than we'd ever need. I put the natural selection posters here. I reinforced the crap out of the space. It's got, like, a durability of, I want to say, like, 300 or 400. It's insane. We have our moon pool. This is, if I remember correctly, this is Bessie. And we had the alternative one at the other base, which I think I named the Devonian, if I remember correctly. We actually have the access to build... I'd already pointed these out in the last episode, but we basically have all of this stuff, because this is buildable. These, I need polyaniline, which I don't even know how the hell to make, so that's out of my range. I can make a torpedo system, but making all the torpedoes is going to be a pain in the butt. This requires kyanite, which I don't have access to. Kyanite sulfur... let's see, I can make the propulsion cannon, but I want to see what the suit's like before I go building stuff. I can make the grappling arm, and I can make the torpedo arm. And of course the torpedoes, we have the vortex torpedoes that pulls them in, or the gas torpedoes that creates the toxic cloud and actually can be used to kill critters, but it's gas instead of an explosion. I find it shocking that they even made that, because they were on such a terrain of no offensive weapons. This is another viewport that I have. Down here is going to be where I'm probably going to put a bioreactor if I make one. And I was actually thinking of using the middle one here to put up the water filtration systems that I hear have been added to the games, because they have to attach to a wall. So I have 4 of them ready to go that aren't armored, so I can attach them. So anyway, that's enough prattling on. We've done that. There's a couple of highlights of what I wanted to do in this episode. I have collected... Yeah, that's a message that I got that didn't even make any sense. It's just all gibberish. Let's see. Okay, here's some of the ones that played while I was farming. After weeks without human contact, it's normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object. Yeah, I kind of did that with Bessie. We already got the one about the alien facility. I actually got that one on camera. Okay, yeah, this is all stuff that we already saw. So, Databanks. I have a bunch of new ones, because there were some in the wrecks that I'd missed before. There was an entire section of one of the wrecks that I completely missed. Okay, so the prawn suit marked... The prawn! That's what it's called. The pressure-reactivated waterproof nanosuit is a range of mechs designed to protect the pilot from extreme environments. The Mark III is the latest iteration, and so far has only been rolled out by Altera for their own high-value phase gate-related operations. The suit is fully insulated from the outside environment. Well, that's handy, because... the deeper we go, the colder it gets, I think. Plus, if there's, like, lava zones... Well, I don't know if there's lava zones, but there's at least the geysers we've been seeing that produce a lot of heat. Powerful hydraulic limbs allow for manipulation of objects and powered traversal... I can get this right. And powered traversal of the environment. Rear-mounted thrusters provide maneuverability in low-gravity environments. The range of modifications are available to facilitate... I can get this word. Facilitate resource extraction and enhanced exploration. The prawn suit. It's got you covered. Literally. Funny. Alright, so we also have a thermal plant. I picked it up along the way. It was in one of the wrecks that was on the edge of a territory. I didn't actually have my software up, and I apologize. It was the only new wreck that I've seen without you guys, and I won't make that mistake again. The first rule of survival in the hostile environment is to work with resources available. If it's 800 degrees outside and you're in danger of burning to death at any moment, you may as well get some cheap and reliable energy out of it. The thermal power plant. It's hot. Converts heat energy into electricity. Always takes That's not how you say that word. Always takes thermometer readings before attempting it's telling us to take the reading. I thought it did. Core mechanisms are housed in heat-resistant chassis, but are not impervious to extreme temperatures. That's lovely. Habitats, okay, these things, spotlight's just the spotlight. I mean, really, it rotates 180 degrees for you. Motion sensitive will track near and move by objects. Oh, that's new. It didn't do that before. It draws electricity from the facility. We don't really need to read that one. Scanner room. We don't have all of this one yet, I don't think. But this advanced habitats module can transform a small outpost into a burgeoning science and exploration station. The remotely controlled scouting drones scan the area in a range of 500 meters. A 3D display in the center of the room stores local topological data. Wall-mounted camera feeds allow for live control of scouting drones. System can scan for and pinpoint particular materials. Upgrade console may be used to enhance the module's functions. The moon pool. This was a big one we were waiting for. The moon pool is an essential module for long-term exploration. Its primary function is to dock for... I can read this. is as a... That's why I'm tripping over it. That doesn't sound right. Is as a dock for small vehicles, such as the Seamoth. A large central chamber contains a pressurized pool which provides ready access to the surrounding waters, and comes as standard equipment for raising and recharging a vehicle. It is recommended for the builder tool to be used as an outfit for the moon pool, and with a vehicle modification station at your earliest convenience. And obviously we got the dimensions, hull strength, at sea level, blah 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 blah, capacity, 1 suit or 1 Seamoth. Considering that's the case, I may actually build a second moon pool at least our main base, if not the alternate base, because I do have a moon pool over there too, which is sad. I have the resources to build a moon pool in the base, but it still doesn't have anything in it other than a fabricator, because it's more of a hub for me to operate out of to collect rare resources than it is to be an actual base. But anyway, modification station, we still don't have. Where a standard fabricator atomically rearranges raw materials to form complex devices, the mod station is able to combine complex devices to enhance their function. Most industrial vessels are fitted with a complement of equipment modification stations, which enable engineers to adapt to their tools on the fly. To conserve the hard drive space of the modification station is excluded by default the most personal emergency blueprint libraries. However, extreme environments such as the ocean and desert-class planets may necessitate the adaptation for basic survival tools for unanticipated applications. You don't say. For this reason, access to a mod station is always recommended. Obviously, the interior grow bed is to grow food inside. I don't think we really need to read it. Exterior grow bed, same thing outside. Equipment. The reinforced dive suit. I want to make this, and I have an idea of where the last resource that I need to build it is. This suit is reinforced with aramid fibers to reduce incoming physical and thermal damage. The reinforced dive suit. Why take chances when you can take Altera? No. We don't need Microsoft commercial here. Go away. Shock absorption reduces physical impact velocity by approximately 50%, so we take half damage. That would be nice. Rated for temperatures up to 70 degrees. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? I would assume Celsius. Disclaimer, you are not invulnerable while wearing the suit. You don't say. And the stasis rifle. The stasis rifle uses patented technology to slow time in a specified area to near a full stop, as the laws of physics will permit. It is an advanced handheld tool designed to facilitate scientific and engineering operations by expanding the window of opportunity for action in time-sensitive scenarios. Altera stasis rifle. Life's fast. Why not put it on pause? Common applications include slowing fast-moving mechanisms such as fan belts to facilitate maintenance operations, pausing a biological processes of organisms for closer study, navigating perilous spaces for freezing potential threats. So this would be handy to use if you wanted to do something insane, like scan a Reaper Leviathan. Tag him, scan a little bit, flip back, tag him again, scan him a little bit. That would be the safest way to scan him, but it would be insane. The stasis rifle features an independent replaceable power cell, and the trigger may be held down for increased area of effect and duration. Warning, not guaranteed to function on complex entities. Due to high power consumption and non-lethality, conventional weapons are highly recommended for personal defense. That right there says conventional weapons exist in this world. Bullshit. Sorry. I understand they don't want weapons in their world. It's a pacifistic statement, but still, the defensive stuff we have still sucks ass. Don't give me that nonsense. And these are just outcroppings to give us gold, diamonds, lithium, uranium, but nothing new. Data downloads. These are the big ones. Public documents. Altera citizen testimonial. Frank told us this. I hear there are worlds out there where kids still learn from books. They go into classrooms every day. They memorize things. Then later they type those things out in a controlled environment. Or worlds where everybody's supposed to whatever creative job they feel like. I feel like there's a word missing in that sentence. What use is learning to draw or sing in a world where there's no human resource department to coordinate the galleries and concert? What? Okay. On Altera, world's psychometric testing and specialized digit training makes the most of everyone's talents. Yeah, but that's not the same, man. Max Zoinkoff. I started out in marketing for Altera survival systems. It was good work, but I thought I could do better. I set up my own company, developing bespoke code for the Seamoth so it would operate in open space, not just underwater. Oh, that's cool. I sold it to Altera 10 years ago. Now it's one of the most widely used vehicles in the galaxy. I'm now on the board of directors, and I haven't looked back. Is that why our Seamoth can sometimes fly out of the water? Doesn't explain why the Sea Glide can. George said, an average day for me starts at 10 a.m. I live in a controlled habitat on Terra 17, so everything I need is less than 5 minutes away. I'm naturally an empathetic person, so I took work as a companion. I spend my days visiting clients, talking with them, learning about them, paying them the attention that everyone needs and deserves. And like most people on Altera, well, most people on Altera worlds, I'm lucky enough to earn a living doing the things I enjoy. Kaz says, "We're lucky. We're free. We have jobs. There's Transgov out there that can do everything with robots. Where weapons are legal, you know?" Okay. I'm guessing that's like a backwater world or something? Where weapons are legal? Because they've made this whole thing about weapons being illegal in most of the worlds. Jamie had this to say. I design artificial worlds, including some of the most popular factory defaults. Factory default artificial worlds. Wow. To do what I do, you need to know what people really want. They want excitement, adventure, new experiences, to be whoever they want to be. My job is to make that happen. There are people who say we spend too much time escaping our lives and not enough time making them better. Those people are usually from outside of Altera space. You guys are just living in a dream world, aren't you? And my character's life is a prime example of what happens when you fall out of that world. Transgov profile, the Mongolian Independent States. Yeah, I was wondering about this organization because they've mentioned it a few times. When the hostilities of expansion ceased, the tactical value of the hard-to-reach colony systems on the edge of China territories plummeted. Recouping from the war, the central government left them to starve. The systems in question declared independence, claiming their infrastructure as their own and their intent to become self-sufficient. Today, the Mongolian States is seen as a relatively minor power on the outskirts of colonized space, yet it remains one of the fastest expanding transgovs in the galaxy. There is little centralized control. In times of war, a defense force that can be raised... I can read this. In times of war, a defense force can be raised between the chief officers of the major planetary clan corps. So they're like, each planet's like a clan? Interesting. Mongolian scientists inherited their technology from the Chinese, but incorporated the customs of their multicultural colonist base. Non-synthetic foods remain popular. Religion is a strong component of society, but the Mongolians take a relaxed view of competing faiths, believing gods to be universally and equally flawed. That's an interesting look. Mongolians will often be heard proclaiming, "I believe in gods, so long as they don't try to command me." So that's almost, Roman look, crap, who are the other guys that had the gods? Anyway, the older gods, where they were more humanized and less, all perfect. If pushed to explain how they can believe in God with no authority, they explain simply that all people are gods. Their authority is equally zero. That's one way to look at it. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy them. So you all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, keep up the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below. Please remember to click that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.